Hopefully y'all can hear me now. Can you hear me now? We had a couple issues. I think my mic then went dead. Sorry for that inconvenience. But we got to go in now. We got it filled up. As you see, we good and filled. And now we're gonna let it rest. When you get ready to cap it, you let it rest, fam. You don't want to dive into the cap and you got this plate extremely hot. All you're gonna do is cause a problem with the undercut. Right now we don't have no undercut. We ain't got no problem. Everything is pretty much smooth. And notice something. You can still see my line. This is why I want you to see it. If you can't see your line when you're doing filling it, you did something wrong. You moving it too much, you slowed down. You need to see that line where you ain't got to draw a line.
From the bevel.
Like if the line is already there with a bevel, why should you have to draw it? That means you did something wrong if you got to draw a line. That means you overfilled it and you wasn't watching it. As I'm welding it, I'm watching the sides. I'm looking at where it's going. I don't want to overfill it at all.
Don't really touch. You can touch it to know that's the
yeah, and if you got it, you see how barely I was weaving. I wasn't weaving it. I was barely moving it. I was pushing the puddle, making sure the puddle was spread. But I wasn't like doing that. I was just barely adjusting it.
I got that back down.
So right now, while we're talking, literally, we're allowing this plate to cool down some. I would say let the plate rest for at least 5 to 10 minutes, man. Before you do your cap.
Oh, and cleaning it too because it's
you can go on and clean it as soon as you get done. Clean it, then let it rest.
Remember you told me though? You told me that how dark it is?
Nah, I told you not to clean it when it's foul red. When it's red, you wait till it cools down, then you clean it. I ain't talking about cool down, you touch it. Cool down when you can't see it red no more. Okay. If it's fire red, you don't need to be knocking no slag out of it because you're going to put holes in it. Holes in it, and you're going to pop it, stick yourself.
I did it something serious. I wouldn't know. They wouldn't know. They wouldn't know. They wouldn't understand how hot that flak is. Because I'm talking. I'm just doing.
Yes. Somebody just said, let that steak rest. When you cook it, let it rest. Let it sit there and let it rest. Hey, what you said, room temperature, we like that. Shout out to you, fam. Shout out to you.
They know how to eat a good steak.
And look, I don't even eat meat, but I like that concept. You hear me?
That's it. You gotta let it rest.
I love that concept. You gotta let it rest.
Or it's gonna be firm.
Or it's gonna be too what?
Overdone.
Yep.
Too.
And that's what we don't want. We got it nice right now. I'm looking on the side. If I see a little piece of slag, I'm just making sure it's gone. Now you gotta think now, I'm doing this test like it's a D1.5. Now that's bridge code, which is way more, I ain't gonna say heavy duty, but it's way more, it got more rules to it. It's way more complicated, meaning you can't use the grinder. You can't use no crutch.
Right.
It's all skill. All skill. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this test right here will pay you more money too. If you can do it without anything else, you're gonna make more money.
And that was my point to another fellow that I'm doing it a way where in case I don't have that, going to a job. That's what I thought. I mean, my line ain't straight because I didn't use that. It's because I was having a handicap.
Yeah.
I was a fresh surgeon.
Yeah. And listen, and that's okay. You have to accept, you have to know that. You're like, man, this is me. I know what the situation is, and that's cool. Yeah. But you need to know that, though.
Yeah, I know it, but I can't let it.
You can't let it affect you, but you still, listen. But I don't want you naive. I don't want a person, listen, me personally as a coach, I got to be realistic and tell you the truth, even if you don't want to accept the truth. If I see you in the wheelchair, I'm not going to tell you I can make you into Michael Jordan, you're going to dunk one day, because we know it's not going to happen. I don't care what we do. But we can come up with a different sport in a different game and still make you do the best in the situation you're in. You get what I'm saying?
Yep. I ain't been sick. I've been acting like I'm a Wolverine.
All right.
Made an animated. We're going to do the cap.
Okay. Now we're going to start capping, fam. We let it rest a little bit. We're going to run our first one up now.
I don't want to get in front of the phone. I got you. I'm out here. I'll see you. I can see that clearly over here. Yeah, it's going. I ain't gonna say. It did look almost like the same wheel. See how carefully you did that, the first straight. You don't want to hit it to weaken the wheel.
Yeah, you just want to straighten it. You don't want to beat it, you want to straighten it to the wheel. You might have to tap it on a certain thing, but you never want to beat it.
Right.
Where you see all of them
Mark.
marks.
Use the long one. Use not the point.
Yeah, it's one, because see, you can hit it from the side and break it. And you can use it as a sheet too, though, to run down the side of it. And you can see I ain't got no flag, I ain't got no nothing like that, so I'm good.
That was one man. It is not as easy as you just made it look, I promise y'all.
But it is.
It is.
It is, but it isn't.
With enough repetition.
But exactly.
And understanding.
I like the way you said it, the repetition part. So, as of now, I ain't dropped 1, 2, 3 beats.
Okay, can I ask a question? I know you're going to tell me. Run that joint beside that one. Can I do like the circle? Like, what I was told from a couple of people, go down there directly in.
What did you mean directly in?
The point like straight in.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got to,
But not,
when you run it, you running the wheel beside the wheel. That is not what you do. You got to run it where this wheel, this wire is touching the roof. So let me explain something to y'all. Good. This side of the wheel and this side of the wheel is considered the toe of the wheel. The center of the wheel is considered the throat of the wheel. You never, absolutely never want to weld on the throat. That means you stacking beads on top of beads. And it's going to be spitting high. Never do that. Never do that. You weld on the toe at all times. If you wasn't on the throat, you did that on purpose and you know you did it and you can't tell me that you didn't do it. No, because you did it. You know what I'm saying?
You can tell by your wheel.
You can tell. Weld on the toes of the wheel. And if you weld on the toes, you're going to cut that weld in half. You don't weld on the top of it to cut it in half, man.
Make it seamless. It's going to make it seamless and not have a ridge.
Yes.
Or
a big balance.
Yes.
A big balance.
That's why I was going to ask you, for me, for what you showed me.
No, don't turn it. Run it right here. Run it straight in there. If you turn it like this, you're creating another problem. You're going to cause buildup. Okay. That makes sense?
Yeah.
You're going to make it look. That's why you don't do that.
That's what I did, though. You know me.
You see, I'm shooting it straight in, but I'm shooting it straight on the toe.
I got you. And then on the slick, the half of this half of your nozzle is really,
pretty much.
I get you, sir. If you don't have a self-adjustable, you're really hurting yourself. I heard and I read that invest in your craft.
Oh, you got to.
Time, that's the ultimate investment.
The ultimate investment.
And then the utensils or tools you need to do your job.
Now, if you need to, fam, there's nothing wrong with you using the soap stone and putting a mark on here. If you need to, you can put a mark right here. If you need to, you can mark it right here. So that way you can see the toe, and you're gonna weld right beside that toe if you need to. But remember, the weld you just put down is your guide. So if you can see it, that's your guide to stay on your toe. So that's just the main thing to remember.
And I can admit this. That is my problem. Well,
that over here.
I know it's my problem. But we just what we do, we just acknowledge or what my problem was. It ain't my site. It's a titanium vertebrae.
But that's all good.
But it's my fault because I wasn't stretching before.
You want that? But then you see now on how not doing what they said to do. Because I know they probably gave you a rule of things to do in there that kept keep you trust me. Now you get to a point where you really need it and you're like, man, I can't because I wasn't doing what.
Right.
So it's always 9 out of 10 tasks or something that we neglected. And that's life though. That's life. See, being in the booth, man, let me tell you something about being in the booth. Listen, the booth gonna tell you the truth about yourself, man. And the booth, it ain't gonna lie to you. Listen, if you full of shit, it's gonna let you know you are full of shit. You lying. You ain't in the booth long enough.
I'm talking about.
It's gonna tell you, man.
I just previously before he did this demo for me, I ran the beam. I'm talking about best weld and done. On the harder process that most of my classmates got stuck on for at least 7 to 10 days. And just by me not adjusting, by me being timid and adjusting my neck like this to turn, I was using my eyes, corner of my eye. So every one of my welds was dragged.
Every one of them.
Every single one of them.
Every one of them. Every one of them.
All I had to do was this. But I done got, I'm critical, so I'm like,
you putting too much mind, you putting too much into it. You putting too much into it and making it hard on yourself.
and I can run that thing.
Yeah, you can run. I told you, I said, fam, you putting the beat. You got the cut cell. But I can't
steady hand. That's the
and you got a steady hand. Most people don't have that. You know, they got to brace on something all the time. You got a good steady hand.
Almost about to do it. Ain't no way. I'm about to let John start to beat me.
I'm gonna light your pop sticker down here, John, by your camera. We ain't got pop sticker. You want one thing?
Yes, sir.
Something just happened. I just stopped. Something just happened. I think we ran out of gas. Oh no, I had to stop. It got the sparkling doing something crazy.
It's on. Half a tank.
Something was going extremely wrong.
That's what messed up my wheel. That's on that when I.
Look,
but it ain't messing up.
This wheel was getting tight.
Oh. You gotta have this wheel tight.
As the roll, as it was going, no, he came over here and hit it. Look.
That's
the wrong one. Okay. That's what it was then. And you see how once it started doing something wrong, fam, I stopped. And I want you to stay in the mind though, if you start seeing something happen and it's going wrong, don't just keep doing it and keep making a bigger mistake. Nah, because if 9 times out of 10, you're going to be the one having to fix it. You see what I'm saying? So you got to figure
and
that
that time consuming, they taught us productivity, availability, and dependability.
That's it.
That's all you got to have. The worst work in the world, worst work in the world can have no work ethic, but he show up every day, they gonna keep it. That was a seamless tie in. It's a trick to that, but now, when we clean this off, I guarantee you he ain't, his caps, the whole thing is cap. But this also is the crown, and it's dang near like flush.
Yep, and they ain't real tall. And I just jumped into it real quick.
That's what I said. I
just jumped into it.
Seamlessly did it like it was no problem.
Now I got this gauge. I know we don't have, y'all need to get you one of these. Now we only got these here, so you got to come through us. So make sure you hit us up, 479-551-2049. Hit us up, American Welding side, American Welding Laboratory. Y'all see it. Bing! You know to get these mugs, but you see this at the bottom? It's an 1/8 inch. It's an 1/8 inch under here.
This is pre-certification testing demo to be certified. I am on a clock.
So we did this demo, turned out good, start to finish. with a small tie-in on there because we ran. Something was going on. I don't know if it was gas or the machine, but I think the wire started jiggling.
Yeah, I think you got
It did something funny. As soon as it did, I stopped. I was like, hold up, it's not supposed to be like this.
That's what do that woman
So, and just remember, fam, this right here is to be repetition. Now, I don't claim, this is my thing too. I want to say this for the record for those who are viewing us. I never claimed to be the best welder ever, never. Now, this is what I claim to be, fam. I'm your welding coach, and I'm the richest welder. And when I say the richest welder, I'm not talking about the money I got in the bank account. I'm telling you about what I have done with the skill. How many avenues I have created with welding. What I have done and freed myself and saved myself with welding. I claim that, I represent that, and that's what I'm gonna help anyone that join my class, that watch my videos, listen to my content. My goal is to help you utilize the skill. If it's from doing it in the booth, if it's from doing safety stuff, if you're a quality inspector, if you're an educator, whatever, you should be able to watch my videos and get some information. I'm not trying to boast and brag and show you that, hey, this is the slickest weld. Because one thing I learned, the slickest weld ain't gonna change your life and put money in your bank account. You might get a little money, but showing your weld off ain't gonna get it, but showing your hustle off will. Show your hustle, show your network, show how you promote it. That's what's gonna change your life, man.
So that's what we call sewing beads and reaping welded roofs.
Hey, I like that. He said he sold some beads and he reaped some roots. Hey, throw that in there.
That's what it is.
Wow, man.
Get rooted, stay rooted,
And
and
like
you'll
I
come
say,
out.
everybody got a different way of doing it. Some people, the more you do the process, the better you gonna get, like anybody.
Right.
But if I'm not boxing all the time and you boxing every day,
You're gonna win.
9 times out of 10, you can beat me though. I just know how to box, so I can be able to get in there. But if you doing it every day, you probably gonna kick my ass, man. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. If you in there boxing every day and I go in there every now and then, you probably gonna get me.
Because what you said, if you don't use it,
You gonna lose it. Or you ain't gonna be as quick and agile as the one that's doing it every day.
Right.
So that's fine. So if you are thinking about diving into the welding field, construction, I'm the structural welding instructor here. If you think about diving into construction, stick welding, Fcaw welding, this is where it's at, man. This is where you're gonna get the more bang for your buck. You're gonna make more money doing the Fcaw and doing the stick welding outside of construction. If you're going to be doing construction now, if you're going to be doing pipe welding, we got an awesome pipe welding instructor here named Peanut. He can help you do that from TIG roots, from stick roots, and the whole process. Now, I can pipe weld. I got my certifications in pipe welding, but I'm not a pipe welding instructor. I don't teach it like he do. He do everything. I have my lane, fam, and that's what I want to tell you. Find your lane, stick in your lane. There's nothing wrong to drive. You drive as fast as you want to in your lane. But if you get in somebody else's lane, you might have to slow down if you ain't got the shit together.
don't look at oncoming traffic because they will try to.
It'll get you every time.
They'll try to. It don't matter who. It could be a coworker. It could be a
Don't
whoever.
worry about what somebody else is doing in their booth.
They gonna come
Focus
ask.
on what you're doing in your booth, fam. Get your hog on in your booth, but I swear you'll win every time, fam. We're gonna get ready to go. Have some lunch. Y'all be blessed. Continue to prosper, man. Keep liking, following the videos, share them. Send them to a friend that need a friend that need a friend that need to learn how to weld. Do all the above. And check my guy page out. Welding Roots, fam. Check us out. We're gonna be winning this year. All gone.
All gone, dude. I'm cleaning this. Yeah.